everyone, this is Amber from Amber Noel Stitches. Welcome to my Flosstube number 43. It is August 11th and we're just in triple digits for indefinite at this point. I think the weatherman is just like, what more do you want me to say? Stay inside. And of course school starts this week for most people in the area, so you can't stay inside. So it's just miserable. So we stitch. We stay in and we stitch. So let's see here. I went back to work last week. So I added to my collection and I did not need to. Let's see what I added first. First, this came in and I had to have him because he's so cute. I'm trying to take him out of the plastic so that way he doesn't glare. But if you are a Satsuma Street fan like I am, you need Cabana Santa. Isn't he the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh my God! Look at his hat and his outfit, and his flamingo and his toes. I mean, come on. Come on. I have to have him. And so he comes with perforated vinyl. You're either a fan or you're not. I understand. I have not tried to put anything on here, so I have no idea. Maybe I will try to do that in the next couple videos, try to put a marker, try to Sharpie this and see if anything will happen. I've heard that the pattern might stick to it. You're gonna stitch over it. Who cares? But I'm a fan. It's totally fine. And you get the floss and you get the sequence and you get a needle. You get the whole kit and caboodle for 18 bucks. So Cabana Santa just released. And in case you missed any of the other ones, here are the latest. Here are the ones she's released within the last year-ish. Goose a-layin', poor little goose. Snow Place Like Home, Rooftop Rumpus, poor Santa. Snail Mail, Little Drummer Girl, hey. Winter Break, look at that little mouse sleeping in the vintage ornament. Sweater Weather with a Yeti and gold rings. So these are her ones that, yeah, should have in stock at most LNSs, but this one just got released. I think we received it Thursday or Friday of last week. So I didn't need him, but that's not what cross stitch is about, is it? Agree with me, please. Agree with me, please. Cabana Santa. So I don't know when I'm going to start him, but Little Booger's going to get started sometime soon. So there we go. If you are on Primrose Cottage newsletter, you got your freebie last Thursday, and I immediately printed it out and went to go find the flosses because this was the freebie. Jack's House. So I looked in my stash and I think this is 18 count, 20 count. I'm not quite sure, but that's what I'm stitching him on. And I had all the flosses. It's Weeks and Classic. So Jack's House is also now going into the to be stitched pile. And then I'm at work. And I do the social media for the Silver Needle. So I do Facebook and Instagram. I don't handle the website, but I handle social media. And so I'm trying to find things to post that are older, we have in stock, and then, you know, things that maybe are seasonal relevant, you know, things that you might not have seen before. So I'm going through trying to find autumn stuff that is not necessarily old as me, but you know, if you've just gotten a stitching in the last 10 years, something, 5 years, something like that, you might have missed it when it was a brand new to the world pattern. And normally I've seen them, I just post them, but this one I had not seen. So now it's mine. And I had to get the floss and I had to get the fabric. And I did not need him. But Karen Kluba at Rosewood Manor, my iron just said, I'm done. October 31st. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I had to have it. It's all DMCs. Are you ready to see the DMCs? Okay. I got 18 count. So I'm trying to just kind of go to some bigger counts, smaller counts, bigger counts, 18 count. So I'm not having to count so much. So I got Not Your Denim Jacket by Be Stitch Me. Oh, isn't that lovely? Isn't that going to be great? Isn't that going to be great? Oh, I'm so excited. And then this is the floss and a string. Okay, I'm going to try to show this where it's on the fabric, but I don't know. Let's see how I can do it without, woo, isn't that pretty? So, October 31st, I figure if I do like a pumpkin a week, you know, nothing major, a little bit of back stitch around the edge, and then I'll finish him off like a flat like this, and he's so stinking cute. Look at those pumpkins. So, again, oh well, I'm in love. I will get him done. I will work on him and get him done. Now, I did not show this last week because I couldn't find it in my house because I would make an excuse, but there is none. It's just my craft room, I'm hoping, looks like everybody else's craft room. Right here in front of you, you see these shelves and they look all nice and organized. But if you could see from here out, it is organized-ish chaos. So I found it. So this is part of, we had summer event. It's a silver needle several weeks ago, a month ago. Ooh, lots happened. And we had Bent Creek and we had Heart and Hand. And I showed you last week, I showed you the big pattern that Heart and Hand had. If you remember, it was this one. Christmas Time Is Coming. And so I showed you that one. And I couldn't find Bent Creek's big project, so I've now found it. And it is Give Thanks for the Ordinary. So Marcia and Elizabeth walked us through all of the different variations on how they came up with this. They kind of came up with how to give thanks for day to day, and then it came into this, and then all the different things they did to change things and do things. The turkey at one point was on top of the house, and the pumpkin was next to it, and the squirrels were on the house, and all the different things that they had to do to get to this point. So I know that there are, again, just a few of the kits left at the Silver Needle. You have to call. You get this, and then there were 3 or 4 other smaller kits that you get also, all for the exclusive price that you will get. You'll have to call to find out. So we have those. Janette Douglas has released more dots, which I have now I'm waiting for the rest of them to come to the store. I've stitched one. But I found some 25 fabric, and I think what I'm gonna do, I've stitched this one 28/2, but I think I'm gonna do this 25 fabric over 2 for the next one to see if I think I'm gonna do it on that. Looks a little blue, but I think it'll be okay. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. And I know now she's up to 15 or 18, I believe, has been released. So I need to get in the store and get those. I will show what those look like. So I am going to, again, try to knock one out a week, maybe. I'm not going to get all 31 of them done before Halloween. That's not going to happen. But I'm going to work on some of them and then come up with a way to finish them in rounds as ornaments or something. I don't know yet. But we now have up to 18 in the store. Jeannette had mailed them last week, so hopefully we will have them soon if we don't have them already. And then of course, Hands On Design drops new stuff. Gotta love her. Love you, Kathy, but I don't need your stuff, but here we go. I'm gonna buy it anyway. If you went to Jingle Ball this past year, then you already had the chance to purchase the Christmas Beetle. But here she is, and the colors are lovely. And I need to add him to my ladybug and my botanical bee. I have Nightlight kitted, but I haven't put a stitch in him yet. And so I'm pretty sure Christmas Beetle's probably going to go into the same pile, but that's okay. Then we've got Hey Jack, who joins the family with Hey Peter, Hey Sam, and Hey Jack. Again, if you went to Jingle Ball, you were able to get a hold of Hey Santa, but that won't be released until later, probably this fall. And then she has Folk Threads Autumn, and you know what this means. This means this is going to be a seasonal series, and I have a feeling we're going to see Folk Threads Winter, Folk Threads Spring, and Folk Threads Summer. And last from Kathy is Tend the Flock. And I love the verse, tend the flock, gather your cares, be in the moment, honor your heirs. I think that's pretty cool. So those are the newly released from Hands On Design. Now we also have just released within the last week or two, because you know I'm still trying to catch up. With Thy Needle. We love anything Brenda Gervais drops. First, we've got Autumn is Calling. This one's really pretty. I like it's soft, not bright colors. You could obviously change the colors and make it a little brighter, but it's just really, really pretty. And then these are really cute little jack-o'-lantern people. Hocus Pocus, and then we've got jack-o'-lantern. And I like that they're finished in that oval frame. That makes it really pretty. And then lastly, we've got, this is kind of like Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee, but it is different. This one's Spooky Stars and Stripes. So this, you get all of you with one chart. I don't know if it's going to be a chart, if it's going to come in the book, like Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee was in a book. Spooky Stars and Stripes, you get all of those patterns in the one chart. So that one is super, super cool. And I need all of those, which is not good. And then Just Nan, I haven't stitched any of the mice yet because I'm terrified on how you're supposed to finish that little bitty thing that's like an inch by an inch. But she has released, that will be coming very, very soon, Griselda's Ghostly Garden Biscornu And then to set on top of the Biscornu, I'm assuming it is Griselda mouse. You get both patterns in there. You get the little embellishments. You have to get the fabric and the floss on your own, but the little embellishments beads will come in the pattern. And with Jeannette, if you don't get it when it comes out, she tends to not be able to keep some stuff in stock. So if you like anything Jeannette, you need to grab it when you see it. But that one's cute. I don't know if I'm gonna jump off and do one of those little mice yet or not. I think I can tackle a Biscornu because I tackled the one up there from Janette Douglas. So I think I could tackle a Biscornu. And I like the colors. The colors are really pretty. And we were able to find something in the shop that was comparable to what she used, that was purple and orange. So that one is super cool to join all the other little mice that Miss Jeannette has in her collection. Now, I haven't finished anything. I haven't fully finished anything. I've just been stitching. So let me show you the one thing that I've actually put stitches in this week. This is going to be a model for the shop, silver needle, but this, I've started Toile flag by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. We saw this one at market and it's just amazing. So I started him and I tried to put some stitches in the blue with the white. So I haven't gotten necessarily very far, but I've got a good amount done. And I used the called for, see, this blue looks really light. And I used the called for blue. And it looks really dark on mine. So I don't really know why. But the reds look the same. There's 3 reds, or pinks, if you want to say. There's a dark pink, a medium pink, and a light pink. And then there's the white, which goes in the middle of some of the flowers. The letters are in the darker red. And then that blue is just really dark compared to hers. And not very much variation in the skein. But we're just gonna keep on working. And it's gonna be just what it is. But because when we do models for the shop, we tend to always try to do what the designer called for. Now, I will probably end up stitching this one for myself also, and I may vary my blue on mine. But that is what I got going on right now. I'm gonna keep working on that and get that model done for the shop so it can go be finished however it's gonna be finished. I have no idea how it's gonna get finished. If we put it in a mat, it'll do a little bit, so. But I'm working on that. And then I went through my whip basket. So I have 3 baskets. And I'm not talking like little baskets. I'm talking like baskets. And one of them is for my works in progress. And the other 2 are for my kitted up projects, which I have now termed my cups. Stick with me here. So I've got my whips and I've got my cups. So I'm not going to go into the cups right now. We may do that in a future video. It's really sad. That means I have not put a stitch in them. The cups mean they're kitted, they're ready to grab and go, but I have yet to actually stitch them. The whips have stitches in them. Are you ready? Now, here's the basket. Let's move. like. And you can't even tell because I got this big old thing there. That's what it looks like. All right, so you know some of them because I've shown you some of them. I'm trying to decide. So like this, I've got Plum Street, Cinnamon Stars. Oh, I put this in the whip. There's nothing in that. So that goes back in the kitted and I need to take it out of the Q-snap. But I had Plum Street Cinnamon Stars and I'm like, that's gonna take me a bit. That's gonna take me a bit. There's no way I'm knocking that one out this autumn. So that may have to go into the, that's gonna go into the cup pile. I'm not gonna throw it because that would be really bad. And then I'm trying to tell myself that I need to work on I've gotten my autumn one done. The one Autumn Splendor last week from With Thy Needle, I got that finished. So now what I have in my whip pile is Christmas, and there's 2 or 3 that aren't Christmas. So what I'm going to work on, this is what I'm telling myself. What is this? What is this? Oh yeah. These are more models, so I have to work on those. I can't just throw those in the back. So I'm gonna work on the Christmas ones that I know I've got stuff that I might be kind of close. This one's not close. This one's not close, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. This is, wait, that's his hair. Hold on, there he is. There he is. This is Pierre Noel. So I'm gonna work on him and get him done before Christmas because I think that's a good goal. We're just not even worrying about fall right now. We've jumped past fall. That is going to go into the current rotation. The other one that I think I'm actually really need to work on because it's closer than anything else is HOD's Christmas Folk. So this one, hold up. I got it at Jingle Ball like 2 years ago. And this is as far as I've gotten. I definitely want to do that ornament because I think that ornament is fabulous. But I've gotten a good amount of this done. So I'm going to work on this because I'm half-ish. Nah, not quite half-ish. Not quite half-ish. Done with this one. So I'm going to work on this one, both the ornament and the sampler. So that one is going to go into I am going to work on it hopefully this week-ish and get some progress done on that one. And then what else? See, okay. Everything's in its own bag, which means I have way too many bags. And I put these little label things on them because I can't see it. First I put these little circle things, but I couldn't read them and it was frustrating me, so I put these big old things. Okay, this is Be Merry by Janette Douglas. And Dawn is supposed to be stitching this with me. Dawn, you know I'm talking to you. Because we picked this out last summer event. And we both got opalescent. I think you got gold and I got silver opalescent, natural. But I need to put some stitches in this. Now, there are going to be specialty stitches in here. So we're gonna see. Because, you know, I'm not really very good at those. So I may have to just cross stitch, and that's just the way it's going to be. But Jeannette initially came out and did these in silks, and then she has now added a conversion so you can get regular floss now for the silks. So instead of using Gloriana, you can use Gentle Art or like black. I just use 310. So there we go. There is another one that is going to go into my immediate rotation because I've got a pretty good amount in there. Now, the next one, this just looks bad, doesn't it? Okay, I have got to get this one stitched because I've got to go to the next one and get it stitched. This one is Shakespeare's Peddler Season's Greetings. This one you can only get at the Silver Needle. Well, that's just horrible. I had it upside down, y'all. I'm sorry. This was a chart that she did last fall. I went to the retreat, and it is just stunning. I love it. So this is what I have. I have greetings, and I have part of the flowers that are in the cloche, whatever that thing is. The thing with the dome, the glass dome thing. And I've got to get some stitches in here because there's a lot to this. And then, oh, I forgot. I had Teresa sign my pattern. We've got Magic of Christmas, which is the one that our class came up with and helped her design. So I've got to start stitching on that one when I get this one done. I need the world to just stop and let me stitch. Right? That's not too much to ask. And then the last one that I need to work on is my Annie Bees. So, Miss Annie Bees. It's the 12 Days Christmas Stockings. And I have number 1. And I have number 2. And I have number 3. I have 1, 2, 3 done. So I just need 9 more to get all 12. And I can do that, surely. So this needs to go in the rotation. I tell myself that, you know, I need to do 1 a month. I may not get all 12 done this year, but I forget. So I'm going to make myself notes that I will do this. And this one has beads, just a few beads in each one. Like the one, there's beads. Oh, they are crooked as can be. Oh, and the partridge has little antennas on its head. And then what else we got? Number 3, we've got 3 chickens laying, and we've got little beads in the stars and in the number 3. Oh, and these are beads. So just a little bit of beads, and they're easy because beads, you need a red bead and you need a white bead. You can get those. If you can't find them you need a red and a cream. That's all you need. So if you can't find the red and cream because your LNS is sold out, you should be able to find something to substitute that is red or cream. And that's okay. That is okay. And I think I started Noel, but this one's probably not gonna, I've got it in. That one probably, it's not going in the rotation. This one is this one. Sorry, I just threw that at you. That one's not going in the rotation. That one's gonna take me a bit. That one's gonna take me a bit. So the other ones are going in the rotation. I've got to give them some attention and love. They cannot be put in a basket of doom with other whips and be ignored by all the bright new shiny things that I see when I go to work and I have to have, and then the other stuff gets forgotten, and that's just rude. It's rude. It's rude. And these are some of my Patriotics that I'm just not even going to touch now until next year, because I'm done. Done with Patriotics. Who's with me? Yeah. That was a lot. Really, really a lot. But that's where I'm at. I am just stitching like a crazy woman. And I hope to get some stuff finished because my pile of things I finished stitching that needs to be also given some attention to is getting higher. And that's not good. But it is what it is, right? So I hope that you can get some stitching done in this miserable heat. I saw somewhere in, I think it was Key Largo, Florida. If you're in Key Largo, if you know anybody in Key Largo, you should check on them today because it said the high was gonna be 117 and that's not heat index. So we're not there. I think we're 102 or 3 with heat index of whatever. But if you know anybody in Key Largo, you know that it's not a dry heat. Like Nevada's dry heat. Key Largo's wet heat. So check on the people because that's hot. I think even if you're in the ocean, you just might as well be a boiled potato. So I hope you get to stay in and stitch where it's cool. And my kitty cats get in my lap and that makes me hot. So I kind of have to push them a little and they don't get it. They're just like, whatever. I want your lap. So there we go. That's what I got going on this week. I found something that, of course, that resonated with me. And of course, I like to share. And this one, I hope somebody out there can relate. Sometimes the people that are around you, sometimes might hurt your feelings a little bit. And so this is something that really helped me. This is from Reality of Life. That's like a slap in the head. I was deeply hurt by the way someone treated me. And for a moment, that sadness felt heavy. But then I remembered who I am. I remembered how kind I am to people, how gentle my heart is, how intentionally I choose empathy over cruelty, that kindness is a reflection of my character, not my weakness. How others treat me is a projection of what they carry inside, not a measurement of my worth. Their actions speak about them, not me. So may I always remember that my value is not defined by somebody else's inability to treat me well, but my value is defined by the love and integrity that I bring into this world. Amen. I hope that helped somebody today. It helped me. And I will see you next time in the next video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.